Hello one, hello all, welcome to my channel. My name is Clarissa and today's Real Talk with Rissa is going to be all about true self-worth. What it is, what it isn't, and how to take steps to developing a healthy self-worth about yourself. So if you're new to this segment on my channel or new to my channel period, Real Talks with Rissa is just a series on my channel that I created just when I talk about real topics, nothing's off limits, anything that's put on my heart to speak about, anything that someone contacts me directly that they want me to talk about, they want advice about. I'm not an all-around expert, I just speak from my experience and what I've learned and know. So I am by no means saying like this is 100% fact. I'm just here to bring encouragement, insight from my points of view. So, self-worth, let's get right into it. For those of you that don't know, actually self-worth is paired right together with self-esteem. So when you go to actually define self-worth on the good old Google, it'll turn you right to self-esteem. So reading directly from the good old Google, self-esteem / self-worth is confidence in one's own worth or abilities or self-respect. We got similar words like self-respect, again, self-regard, faith in oneself, dignity, morale, self-confidence, confidence. Now, I do want to say self-worth and self-confidence are not the same. Self-confidence is more of confidence in a certain skill you have. So for instance, I can have really high self-worth, but I can have low self-confidence in cooking because I am not good at cooking. At all. I'm learning, but I'm not good right now. So my self-confidence with cooking is pretty low, but that does not mean that my whole self-worth about myself is low. You see the difference? And honestly, that is one of the most pivotal points that made me want to start my self-worth journey in the first place, finding high self-worth, because I was putting self-worth and self-confidence together. So because I wasn't good at doing these specific things, I put my self-worth so low that because I'm not good at this, I am an inadequate human being and there is nothing I'm good at and I'm just worthless, which is not true. Which takes me to my main point. Self-worth comes from nothing external. It comes from the inside out. While self-confidence comes from things external, you get good grades, you feel more confident in that subject in school. You are good at a specific sport, you feel more confident in yourself in that specific sport. Self-worth, you cannot grasp it from anywhere else. You cannot grasp it from your actions. You cannot grasp it from your grades. You cannot grasp it from your outward appearance. It all comes from within and from within only. There is no one that can do it for you. There is no one that can create a sense of self-worth for you. You have to create it within yourself. Everything that you need is already inside of you, literally. So that leads me to the question, where do you find your worth? What is that thing that you're good at, that thing about you that you're just like, yes, like this makes me worthy? Is it your grades? Are you a scholar? Did you get scholarships for college? Do you have all these achievements in clubs, extracurricular activities? Can you sing? Can you dance? Can you draw? Are you creative? Can you take great pictures? Are you a great actress? Are you really into fashion? Are you really into your physical appearance? Are you good at makeup? Are you good at hair? Are you good at styling? Do you have a great job that you have a great position in where people look at you highly? Do you have a family dynamic where they put you on a pedestal because of your achievements or your life? Do they make you feel worthy? Do your friends make you feel worthy? Does your significant other make you feel worthy? The car you drive, how much you have in your bank account. The list can go on and on and on. Just get those things or that one thing on your mind that you're like, yes, I put my self-worth in this. And imagine this. Imagine everything that you're thinking about right now just disappears. You no longer have the job. Your looks maybe aren't the best. You can't sing. You can't dance. Everything is gone. You can't cook. Maybe your family doesn't put you in a high regard anymore. How would you feel? How would you really feel about yourself? Think about it. Really, really think about it. For those of you that are like, yeah, my self-worth would definitely go down, you might want to reevaluate and rethink what you're putting your self-worth into. Because when you put your self-worth into outward things, you're giving your power away to the wayside. Things change, people change, our bodies change, our income changes, everything external changes. If you're putting your self-worth into those things, you are putting your self-worth in the hands of other people, things that can change by the wayside. And your self-worth should be unchanging because it should come from you. Regardless of what's going on around you, regardless of who switches up, who changes, what happens with things and your achievements, that should not affect your true ultimate self-worth at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying that having a sense of self-worth and, feeling good about yourself because of those things is bad. That's not bad at all. We all have talents and things that we put on a pedestal for us to look at when we're feeling down, maybe, and be like, you know what? No, like I am good at something. I have all these things. I have all these people around me. I have insert here, whatever you have. But I am saying if that's your only source, period, of self-worth, you only receive and feel worth from those things, that's very shallow. And it's also very dangerous for you. You look at people and you look at situations, you may have friends, you may know people on social media who have low self-worth, low self-esteem because they put it in the hands of others or the hands of their job or other things. And when those things fall through, they're devastated. They don't know what to do. They feel so bad about themselves, and they can be put in situations maybe with people who see that they have low self-esteem and monopolize off of that. So that's just something to think about. The ultimate goal is to get to a place where your self-worth comes from nothing external, period, and it comes from you, and you feel like you have worth just because you simply are. That is it. Not you are smart, you are beautiful, you are responsible. It's just because you simply are. That is it. And just because you are is enough for there to be worth. That may be a little bit hard to understand. Definitely when I was going on my self-worth journey, it was very, very, very hard for me to understand. Like, what do you mean just because I simply am? Not I am blank. Because when you are used to people putting value and people putting importance on you based on your achievements and the things that you do, the things that you've accomplished, your self-worth gets skewed on the scale. But the bottom line is you are worthy simply because you are. Without all the achievements, without the beauty, without the job, without the income, without the achievements, if all of that was gone, you are still worthy. So just because you may have gotten that lower grade that you wanted to get higher, you are still worthy. Just because you didn't get that call back for that interview, you are still worthy. Just because you may have people that switch up on you, you don't know why, or maybe a friendship didn't work out, a relationship didn't work out, you are still worthy. And when you develop true self-worth, you won't have to chase all those things. You won't run into those bad patterns of running to people to feel self-worth, running for popularity and status on social media, trying to get the most likes to feel worthy. You won't do all of that. You won't people please. You won't put yourselves in bad situations with people that like to monopolize on others who have low self-worth and low self-esteem. So that's the affirmation I'm always speaking to myself. I'm worthy because I am. Not because I am blank. It's just simply I am. That makes me worthy all in itself. So how did I get to the place where I am? I'm not saying I'm at the pinnacle and I just have the best self-worth in the world. Not true. I'm still always trying to find better ways. Sometimes I have bad days and I have to remind myself there is no perfect pinnacle moment when it comes to this. One major thing I had to tackle was talking to my inner voice. because we develop our self-worth from what we see in others and how others react to us, and sometimes just from how we internalize things and talk to ourselves. Those that know me personally already know I am very self-critical. I used to be a very much extra perfectionist, and that came from my inner voice. I was telling myself, you have to get the best grades or you're not worthy. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to be the best, insert here, in order for people to think you're worthy. You have to be the best friend, you have to be the best daughter, you have, or your self-worth is null and void. So I had to tackle that inner voice first. Every time I had a negative thought, every time I may not have reached a specific goal as high as I wanted to, I had to talk to myself and combat that inner voice that was telling me, see, you're not worthy. I had to combat that with affirmations, with scripture, telling myself, you know what? No, I am worthy. I am worthy. I wanted an A, I got a B. That doesn't make me unworthy. I am still worthy. I wanted to get a perfect score in the exam. I got a 90. I am still worthy. I wanted to finish that project within this point in time, and I went a little over. I am still worthy. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. If any of you watching this are perfectionists, I am telling you, give yourself a break, because these expectations you have for yourself are ultimately unachievable most of the time. And if you do achieve them, you end up ran ragged, you're tired, and you have nothing left because you're achieving these unachievable goals that you set for yourself. For what? Love yourself. Give yourself a break. You are worthy. You have achieved so much. And for a lot of us right now in these times, us simply being is an achievement, okay? Mentally, physically, we are in a day and age that is very trying. So the fact that you were able to get up in the morning and do simple tasks is an achievement. So give yourself a break. That's a big thing that helped me. Give yourself a break and combat that negative inner voice that you may have, that inner critic, with positive affirmations. And one last huge thing that helped me with my self-worth is my relationship with God. God created each and every single one of us uniquely and individually as ourselves. There is no one out there like you. You are tailor-made specifically. That takes time. That takes effort. That takes a lot of thought. So the fact that, again, God created you, that is enough for you to be worthy. God took the time to create you specifically the way you are. Personality, hair texture, eye color, everything. And you think you're not worthy? You think he would just create you for nothing? And then, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. And then he put you in a specific time. In a specific time, in this time frame we have of the universe, he put you in this specific time for a specific reason. That alone is enough to have some worth. It seems very simple to some people, especially people who are real seasoned. But when you really think about it, he tailor-made you, your personality, everything about you, and then he put you in a specific time in history that he knew you would be needed. That is worth enough. You living and breathing every single day, waking up, going to work, taking care of your family, going through school, being with friends, just being is worth. So I'm not gonna ramble. I get really excited when I talk about self-worth and self-esteem because that's something that I battled with so hard. And over these years, I have finally been able to take steps, just to take steps to feel good about myself, not from external things. So if you're in that boat, please do not be discouraged. Take it one day at a time. Listen to other videos because I know there's plenty of videos out here in this world. Google, YouTube, TikTok. We all love TikTok now. I know I do. Take the time to get some resources. Read. I'm a big psychology buff, if you couldn't tell. Look up some psychology stuff. Get some therapy. I am telling you, it'll change your whole outlook on everything. So I hope this video helped you. I hope it, provoked some thought, gave you some encouragement. Share it with someone who you think needs to hear it, needs to see it. Let me know if you have any other topics you want me to talk about. Leave them in the comment section down below, or you can DM me on Instagram if you want it to be more private. Doesn't matter. And I'll see y'all next time in the next talk or the next video that you see from me. Bye, y'all.